All right, I'm back with another video. Everything that we've been taught since birth is a lie. Everything that we have been programmed with since birth is a lie. Okay? This video is for entertainment purposes only. This is for a conspiracy theory. Nothing that I say in this video is true or factual. Go do your own research. Now that that's out the way, I want to talk about water. Now, we have been told that water is nothing but just a normal organism, something that we drink. It's in our body. But water is more than that, okay? Water is a living being, okay? They will tell you in the mainstream media, if you go look it up, they say that water is not alive because it does not breathe in. But yet, if you look at the water cycle, it goes and it evaporates into the clouds and it comes down and it goes back into the oceans and it goes into a continuous cycle, okay? Water is a living being, or at least it is that by this doctor here, Dr. Masaru Emoto. Here we have an article. It says water consciousness, okay? Water is a conscious, living being, okay? Now it says here that Dr. Emoto believes that water is the mirror. It is a mirror that can show us what we cannot see. It is the blueprint for our reality, which can change with a single positive thought. All it takes is faith if you're open to it, okay? Now, you can look at every single religious text. You can look at every dream. You can look at all throughout history the significance of water. Throughout any religion, culture, any spiritual book, anything, water has always been very, very significant. It has been significant and deep in meanings, in dreams, and everything that you could think of, okay? Now, this Dr. Emoto, conducted several experiments and observations that went against the mainstream media at the time. Let's talk about it. Now, all of this is old world knowledge, okay? All of this knowledge has been around for thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years. But this is most recently, okay? Dr. Emoto, it says that one of his boldest claims was that he managed to prove scientifically was that water is sensitive to our thoughts, our words, and our feelings, okay? Because of this, water can change its molecular structure according to the environment that it is introduced to. It says, for instance, Dr. Emoto argued that prayer and heavy metal music could influence the molecular structure of water, meaning that water would actually change the pattern that it is in simply based on thoughts, words, and feelings. Now, if you go look up Dr. Emoto's book, this was a Japanese water scientist. This was his specialty. It says that water records information. Water holds memory. So when you are drinking water, the water that you are drinking can be holding the memory of thousands of years of records. He said that water that is sent from the universe is full of the information of life. So, Dr. Emoto's water experiment involved him exposing water to different emotional stimuli, such as positive or negative words and music, okay? So words and music would make the water change and burst into different patterns. And then he would freeze the water to observe the resulting ice crystals. He claimed that water exposed to positive emotions, positivity, it formed beautiful, symmetrical, perfect crystals, while water that was exposed to negative emotions, negativity, it produced distorted and chaotic structures, meaning it was chaotic and it was dispersed and it was not perfect. But the pattern that was created with positive, it created perfect symmetrical shapes. Here we have an example. It says that the water can pick up the vibrations of certain emotions and change its structure accordingly. This is interesting. Water, they say, is just another molecule, but Dr. Emoto said that water is a living, water is alive. We are alive, or we are drinking something that is alive, okay? For instance, when you say the word hope to water and you prepare the frozen crystals from this water, you will observe the creation of these beautiful symmetrical patterns in the crystals. This is what happens when you speak positive emotions to water. So the claim is that positivity has the ability to heal you. Mind you, we are made up of 50 to 70% water. So people who speak negative get negative emotions and get negative patterns exploding in their body through the water. But people that speak positivity and speak life, they form these perfect, beautiful, symmetrical patterns inside of your body that can cause you to actually heal yourself. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is conspiracy theory. Go do your own research. This water crystal right here was formed by the word hope. Here we have another example of a water crystal that was formed by the words love and gratitude. So upon the vibration of sound or the thought or the frequency of positivity, it will form a perfectly symmetrical object. It will form a perfectly symmetrical pattern. Water will. It reacts to positivity and negativity because, in my opinion, water is a living liquid being. How is it alive? We don't know. But we don't know a lot about this place that we live, that we call Earth, okay? It says here that thoughts about hate also resonates in water molecules, and thus it forms ugly and aesthetically less appealing crystals, meaning when you speak negativity and hate, the patterns don't form these beautiful shapes here. They form crazy, chaotic, ugly shapes and patterns, things that destroy your health. So we know that even in certain books, it says that the power of life and death is in the tongue. I'm going to come back. I'm going to talk about this some more. All of this has to do with the old world. If you go look at the old world buildings and these old world cathedrals and castles that you can still see on this land, you will see these same symmetrical, perfect patterns that were designed to heal us. These cathedrals and these castles and these buildings were designed to heal us. They figured out life, death, they figured out everything before we ever got here. We live based off of nature. I'm going to come back. I'm going to drop some more heaters. I'm going to drop some more fire. I'm going to drop something to make you think. I'm out.